Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baka podcast.
Baka.
It's amazing how every time you open your mouth, you prove you're an idiot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a mini-sode of Baka. I always say that like I'm surprised we got to this point. We are normally an anime podcast that reviews an anime every 2 weeks, like we're a book club. This week, every other week, we talk about random topics that come to our mind when we're not watching ghost stories when large corporations allow us to do so. We're still a little salty about that, and I do hope that everything worked out for you guys on your end. For this mini-sode, our topic is upcoming anime that we're excited about. That's something we should probably do every once in a while, just kind of give you guys a sense of where the podcast is going. But I think it's the first time we've ever done it in like almost 2 years. So, hey, we're called Baka. Do not expect much. To talk about this topic with me, I need the help of my co-host, not guest. It is rude to call them guests. First off, we had the Marty to Mama McFly, Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
What are you up to?
I have been playing Skyrim as well. I'm loving it. I'm playing
for those if you didn't listen last week, Jason's playing Skyrim.
Yes. I'm playing a permadeath roguelike version of Skyrim that is incredibly punishing.
It's so hard.
It's so punishing. I'm on my 6th character and I've only played it for about 8 hours. It's basically I found, because I've tried installing mods so many times and I've always managed to get to the low 200s, and then all of a sudden I start getting conflicts and I just can't seem to stabilize it. And so I found this mod compilation on a Russian website that's 450 mods. And I gotta say, I have downloaded hundreds and hundreds of mods multiple times, so I don't feel bad downloading a compiled version so long as it's malware free. And it's behaving beautifully. And yeah, it has been an absolute blast. So yeah, that's plus RimWorld, of course. I'm very much working on that as well.
Nice. We also have the
Troy's in another world.
We have the John Claude to my time cop, Jason.
You son of a don't let me touch my in the past counterpart, or else we'll end up a drop of blood, right?
Is that what that one was?
Isn't that what?
No, I only know that Jet Li is the one. That's the one I'm familiar with.
I would never give Jason the one. No, you cannot touch your past self, or you will the two matter the same matter can exist in the same place at the exact same time, and that's what happens, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It was a Jean-Claude Van Damme time travel movie, guys.
I mean, come on.
That sounds awesome.
Even though the splits he does in a towel will haunt me till my dying day.
So good. Outside of media, because Troy ruined my Skyrim reference, my wife and I did one of those paint nights, and I have to say, my painting came out fantastic.
And where is it? Look, people are going to ask. They want to see it. Is it around? Can we see it?
Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
This is like what? I'll wait. Because I want clarification of what it is. I have no idea.
Usually it comes with a glass of wine. You go and they teach you how to do a quick painting thing, and you like paint a night sky or a flower or trees. My wife did snowmen. I've never been to one, but it's just
I've never heard of it.
It's a really nice date night, I hear. I should take that.
That is very interesting. For some reason, I had the strange image of Jason like putting paint on his body and smearing himself on a canvas. I don't know why that was in my mind, but when he said paint night, that's what I saw.
Just know that you cannot ask me to edit that out.
I know. That's kind of why I wanted to wait, because I definitely wanted to see what he thought of that.
All right, and now drum roll, please. The painting.
I'm back.
No, show the painting. We want to see.
Oh,
I did a drum roll. Hold on. Drum roll, please.
I thought we were gonna back up, like you were gonna edit this.
And the painting.
Okay, so
Oh my god, you're so bad at this.
I really am. Okay, so this is what was advertised. This is my wife's, right? This is what was advertised.
Yeah,
Oh, that's really nice.
looks great.
Yeah.
So that's my wife's. And then me being me.
Oh no. I have to see this. Oh, that's nice.
Wait, say something so you become the big camera.
Oh, this is what I did. So I went way off script. Not only did I not do the field the way that it was supposed to, or there's no stream and there's no mountains. So, but I felt my inner
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross coming out of me.
That's
So,
awesome. That looks really good.
guys, thank you. Yeah.
Dude, those
Yeah.
are both awesome, though.
Yeah. My wife
Congrats.
said it was great. She says she's not done with it. She's done with it. But she's gonna add some stuff to it. She's not.
All right. My name is Troy. I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I just started. I like it so far.
Okay. How many hours are you into it?
2.
Okay, so nothing's really opened up. Are you still a kid?
No. I reached I just left like the safe expanse area, the embrace, and got into the big world. I climbed my first tall giraffe dinosaur thing. That's about it. But yeah, it's been fun. Okay, let's talk about our actual topic, which is the future of anime and what we're looking forward to. To be honest, when I looked, there was not a ton.
Yeah, me too.
I only have one in like the next 2 seasons. So when you go to my anime list, there's next season, the season after, and then it's like and some point, and there's a ton in some point, but there was only one in the near future. So I want to hear, what did you guys have?
I can go first. The one that first jumped out at me was ReZero.
Was it on there?
Where was that? I didn't
it
see
on
that.
there. Or are you just saying that you're looking forward to when it comes back?
No, October 2018.
What?
Ooh.
Here, let me post it in our chat.
No, you don't have to do that. We believe you. Go.
Man. So that was it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a continuation of a story that is near and dear to my heart, and Amelia can take a back seat because Bay
With me in the back seat.
Whoa!
I'm a married man, and she's probably a child, so I'm in trouble. Jeremy, what are you looking forward to?
I see it now. That's so weird. It's in the OVA sections, Troy. That's why.
Why is
I
it
never
in
scrolled
OVAs?
down that far. Huh.
Wait, so is it an OVA of the first season? Because that's usually what an OVA is. It's either filler or
No, this is gonna
first
be
season
filler.
recap. Okay, it's probably filler.
Yeah,
So
it's a Summer
so-
School Festival 2017.
So no second season yet is
No,
what I'm really learning.
Yeah,
Oh, bummer.
that's why I said just continuation of the story, just more story for this world. Because I fell in love with this world when we first.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah, no, it's definitely something I want to watch. It's not something we can get on this podcast, though,
yeah.
which is why I'm bummed. But
Yeah.
it'll show up eventually. Jeremy, how
this
about
was
you?
a marketing thing. I see.
Yeah. Well, Overlord 3, of course, because Overlord Season 2 is so amazing and we all love it.
What if season 2 is awful?
No, it's awesome. We love it.
Remember?
Clearly.
I
We-
haven't,
we're watching
guys.
it.
I haven't even started. I haven't needed a nap. So
Neither did I.
Okay, but other than Overlord 3, there was an interesting one, just because I'd like to see where they go with the premise. 1930 vampires versus werewolves. It's like this society of people that call themselves Jaegers, but they're actually werewolves, or at least one of them is. And they are hunting vampires. And it's called Tenro Sirius the Jaeger. I don't know.
that sounds cool.
Sounds interesting.
I'm always up for werewolf vampire hunting battles.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
Okay, so like I said, there's only one in the next 2 seasons that even looked interesting, and it's probably going to be a terrible anime, but it's called Ingress. And I know that name because it's a AR phone game, very similar to Pokemon, where you go around, you like go to actual geographic locations to play the game, and like you're capturing points. There's 3 teams, and they're battling for control of cities and stuff, and you have to walk around with your phone and take control of points and get control of the city. They're making an anime that somehow infuses with the real life game. And so I'm just putting it on my list because I've never heard of a project like that. I'm really interested to see if they can actually make what's happening in the real world influence the anime and back and forth. So that I'm interested to see what they do with that project, but that was all I could find.
That is really cool. I know that they've done something similar in the vein of tabletop. The Warhammer likes to do this sometimes. Like they'll say, "Hey, everybody, we're going to have a big tournament, and whoever wins this tournament is kind of going to decide which faction wins in the lore, and they'll play it up." So that's really cool.
I know there was an MMO called Defiance that had a TV show, and what happened in the TV show affected the game and vice versa. But so I just thought it was interesting.
I like that.
Air games have become more popular, and I've played this for like 5 minutes once. I downloaded it, so that's how I knew of it. All right, Jason, what's your next one?
Well, Overlord 3 was definitely one that I'm looking forward to.
That's okay.
Right. So I'm moving a little bit beyond 2018 because we're in 2018. So I'm moving more into 2019 because there wasn't really anything particularly that jumped out at me. But there's two movies that I'm really looking forward to, and the first one is Psychopaths SS Case 1.
What? There's another Psychopaths coming? I mean,
it's a movie, so it's
right. So there's been a second season, and then the ending was supposed to be the movie, and now there's another movie.
Yeah. So I'm actually kind of pumped for that, and then also Made in Abyss is getting 2 movies in 2019.
I thought you were going to say Made in the Basement.
Made in a Basement.
Very deep basement.
Yeah, Made in Abyss is getting 2 movies in 2019, so I'm actually super looking forward to those.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely up for that. I'm surprised you didn't actually notice there's one in the summer season called Satsuriki no Tenshi. I don't know. But it's a psychological horror thriller, and it's kind of an amnesiac girl that wakes up in a building. She doesn't know where she is, how she got there, why she's there. And there's this guy that she meets in there, and he's all covered in bandages, and the two of them are kind of trying to get out and figure. That's as much as we know. I mean, all we have is blurbs to go off of.
Right.
But
sounds good.
Kind of hooked me a little bit, and I waited for that one because I was like, if Jason saw that, I'm sure he picked it. I don't want to steal that one.
Yeah, I completely missed that. I would love to learn more about that one.
Yeah.
So I have One Punch Man 2, which has been on the docket forever. It's got to show up eventually. I've been waiting for longer than you Attack on Titan fans were waiting for your second season.
No date yet, though, for it.
Yeah, and it keeps like getting a date and then undoing a date, and they change studios, right? So now I'm just like, oh man, what is this going to be? But it can't get here fast enough because I just love One Punch Man. It's one of the few animes like I rewatch sometimes. I just like will turn on random episodes. It's like I just enjoy watching this anime.
Yeah. See, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I need to get Tanya to do that because she's always got like 90s sitcoms going in background noise here, and I'm always like, can we play like an anime or something in the back? I've seen this 23 times.
I'm still watching New Girl when I binge on Netflix.
I still love the fight between him and Genosis.
Oh yeah,
and the best version of that is when they overlaid You Say Run. Just saying, if you haven't seen that version, look it up on YouTube. It's pretty fantastic.
Special shout out for My Hero Academia season 3, which is currently airing, but it's still kind of upcoming because it's not done yet. So awesome.
It's one of those things where we almost should like revisit it just because My Hero Academia is really, really good, and wasn't it our first?
It was our very
first episode. It would be kind of cool to revisit that at some point. But I have one serious one that I'm interested in, and then 2 that are just kind of like they're interesting, but they're almost silly joke ones. The one I'm interested in is Isekai Mao to Shokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu.
Everyone write that down.
I butchered that so bad, or wait, no, that was the funny one. Darn it, I can't understand these. I don't know which one I'm reading. So this is the funny one first. It's a game trope, but it's kind of a funny twist on the idea that instead of the guy winding up in the game he's playing, he gets summoned by two women from this other world, and when he gets to their world as a summoned creature, he is his in-game avatar, but his in-game avatar has a reflect ward, which flips the spell, and now the two casters that summoned him become his servants, the summoned creatures, and he's the master in this world that he has no idea about, and he's just a summoned character himself. I think that sounds like a really funny joke take that I would like to see of the gaming trope. There's another gaming trope one called Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken, and slime I recognized because this guy dies in the real world, but he winds up becoming a slime monster in a game. So what? I want to know what happens here. Like a slime monster with special abilities. How do they make this interesting and funny?
I imagine there'll be some etchy humor in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. But the serious one is Lord of Vermilion. Thank you. It had a name I could read. And Lord of Vermilion is it's a sci-fi, like in the 2030s. There's this weird red fog that comes in. People get viruses. They have some kind of weird blood abilities and disease that kind of reminds me of what is that one that we watched by recommendation? Blood. Was
Battlefront Blockade.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it kind of reminds me of that in that they have blood abilities, but there's this concept that maybe there's an ultimate sacrifice of their lives to use the abilities. That sounds kind of interesting and adds an air of enough mystery that I want to see how serious it takes itself.
One I'm actually really looking forward to that I know will not ever make your guys' list is Kakigori, a season 2 of that. That was the gambling anime that was on Netflix.
You liked it? I thought you didn't like it.
No, I think it was me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I maybe I said I didn't like it, but I remember really liking it. It wasn't what I wanted to be. I wanted poker anime if I could ask for any anime. But yeah, that was really intense. You know, she gambles in one and she loses, and the girl's like, "Hey, okay, now I get to rip off your fingernails if you lose because I collect fingernails from the people I fight." And the whole school has this system built on gambling, and this girl, she collects fingernails, and in the end, she loses it, and you bites off her own fingernails. and the main character is a super gambling addict, and it actually equals to like a perversion for her. She's so into it, and it has to be like everything on the line. And the whole thing is she always figures out their games, figures out how they're cheating, and then cheats just enough to turn it back to 50-50 odds. Because if it's not 50-50 odds, it's not fun. And a second season of that, and wondering where they could take that because it got really intense in the first season.
I like the idea of using cheating to counter cheating, but having enough honor that you never go past that line.
It's not honor; it's addiction.
Yeah,
but you're right. Yes,
it's the high of the 50-50 chance,
right? Which they play off very graphically.
Oof.
Oh, I see. Is it like
Food Wars style?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Like how style?
Food Wars style.
Anybody get tied up in pork thread or whatever?
No, but it is very etchy. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's a different type of etchy. It's almost a more mature etchy.
The last one for me.
Yeah.
The last one for me that like looks interesting, but I don't have a lot of hopes for as far as writing, was Goblin Slayer.
There's not a lot of, had an interesting graphic on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of information on it just yet, but it almost looks like an anti-hero story. So I would love to see that in an anime, in like a medieval type setting where it's not someone got sucked into a game. But basically, it's the synopsis is a guy that's what he does. He's a goblin slayer, but the problem is that like, what's he going to become the slayer of next?
That is cool.
It's not humans, right?
Yeah.
So,
Jeremy, any more from you?
Oh, just Ace Attorney video game series, third game. or
Did
whatever.
you watch the last one?
No. I just heard Jason say something about video game animes, and then that's on my screen right now. So
Nice.
that's it for me.
Okay, there's I want to do a special shout out just because these are already released, but they are very much on my docket of things to watch, and at least one of them I will be pulling onto the podcast. It'll be my next choice. It's my choice after Overlord season 2. One of these I had to pick between. But Netflix has just been adding anime at rapid fire pace.
I love it.
And there's so many different genres and different ones that I don't even know where to go with it. There's Aiko, the incarnation, where they like put this girl in like a new clone body, but now her old body is like going Akira style, growing out of control, and they have to fight this mutation that's spreading across the country, and trying to get her back into her original body to take back control of it.
Dude,
I like that.
There's one called Children of the Whales about these young orphans who like live on this island with magic, and then this army comes in and starts murdering them to get the magic from them. I'm leaning towards that one, but there's just so many. My daughter just watched Violet Evergarden.
That was one that I wanted to pick.
And she said she cried all the time. It's a story about a woman who got injured in the war. She has 2 mechanical arms now, and is trying to become a secretary.
I saw that one.
It's very much about like empathy and stuff. She said it was really emotional. Netflix, you're killing it, and I gotta watch one of these because they're going by. I watched Devilman Crybaby not too long ago.
I'm sure we can bring that on the.
We cannot watch Devilman Crybaby. Do not Google Devilman Crybaby under 18 people.
All right, Troy, I'm calling it. Overlord 2, your pick, and then my pick's gonna be Evergarden. I really wanted to see that one.
Okay. It wasn't me, Jeremy.
Drama.
I'll look for a more action-packed one.
Okay, I can handle it for 2 weeks.
Doesn't matter. We have time to make those decisions, but I think we should wrap it up there. There's a lot of anime to watch right now. There's not a ton coming in, so we're kind of we're okay for now, but we might have to get creative in a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go do our end of year thing, middle of year.
There's just nothing to watch. Well, hey, you know what?
I'll pick some stuff from the past, right?
Yeah, that's true. We do have. I mean, there are some listeners. So if you guys know, because maybe you've read the light novels or something, that some series is worth looking into, mention it.
Yep,
please.
We've taken suggestions before, and if there's thematic stuff like we did basketball around basketball time, close to basketball time, that's fine too. Okay, we're watching Overlord season 2. If you want to, like Jeremy said, share your picks, reach us on our Twitter at Baka Podcast, email the animebakaclub@gmail.com, or leave a comment wherever you found this podcast, and it will get back to us. Thank you for listening to us ramble through another mini-sode. We're so happy you could make it. Let's say goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Sayonara.